We're gonna do a pick a card reading about a situation happening in your life. So think of a situation, whatever that's gonna be. Okay, tomorrow is when, at the time of this filming, is the 2-2 portal. So what does that mean? Although this is gonna be timeless, whenever you see this, you're meant to. So 2-2 portal, number 2 in numerology, represents the moon, okay? It also represents the gentleness and the connectivity within ourselves that helps us connect with other people, our outside world. And so what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna drop some tarot. We're gonna see your overall energy, and I'm just gonna go from there. I'm not sure where it's gonna take us. Maybe we'll drop some dice to get some more insight into your situation. Keeping in mind, tarot represents things that we have suppressed, we've pushed down. And so what tarot does is it helps share with you, bring to the surface what you already know. Okay, so a lot of this could feel familiar. It is a general reading, so if something doesn't resonate, just leave it be for somebody else. And if something does and you want to dive deeper into your situation, you can reach out and book a reading through soulshine1111.com. And I just want to take some time here also to say thank you to all of those who follow me on all the platforms. Our Facebook family is over 29,000, and I just couldn't be more grateful. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. So here we go. Deep breath, pause the video if you need to. These are the 3 decks. This is going to be number 1, number 2, and number 3. All right, here we go with deck number 1. For those of you who chose pile number 1, angels, guides, those above, use me as a clear channel for pile number 1. Give me insight, angels, for what's happening, their overall energy right now. So elf struck, 18. You could be feeling really enthralled by something. Really, 18 is a card of, in numerology, breaks down to number 9. So talks about independence. It talks about emotional intelligence. It can talk about career advancement, or just, it can also talk about overcoming codependency, right? And so with this card, your overall energy as elf struck, there could be a situation happening in your life that brings you a little bit more out of your shell. It is, if anything, showing you where you need to come out of your shell, right? Throat chakra is open here. You're looking something correct, like directly in the face. There is a little bit of this energy of coming out of a dark time in your life. And with these little wisps and curls, you could be working really hard, more or less, to go with the flow, because you're recognizing areas of your life that you aren't feeling adequate. That's not matching up to what your needs desire personally, right? So this is also a card of needing to really nurture yourself after some dark times. And I'm going to just, I could go deep, really deep in these readings, but for the sake of time, mine and yours, we're just gonna dive as briefly into it as we can. Let's get a situation. I wanna see what this is about. Angels, give me some insight. I'm gonna drop some dice. We're gonna take 3 dice. Insight for pile number 1. Let's see what we have. So you could be really learning something that you didn't want to. Okay, this person's holding a book. It landed between Virgo and Taurus. So the Virgo and Taurus are both earth signs. And so this could have to do with getting in your headspace. Maybe you've become really committed to learning something about a situation. And here we have somebody with earphones on, under number 2, between sacral and solar plex. Many of you could be feeling, have had really some digestive issues and avoiding somebody or a situation. And I'm being pulled to this next one, which is it's on Sagittarius, could be, okay, a fire energy here. Sagittarius, this is an energy that is crying. So you could feel really beginning to either, number one, repulsed by somebody in your life who is consistently playing the victim, or number two, and so there's an avoidance of this situation because it's giving you too much anxiety. You could be in throwing off your stability because this drop between Taurus and Virgo. And so Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about expansion. It's about getting, recognizing where we need to grow in a more, so that we can become more passionate with ourselves. It can be a card of travel. So maybe there is something here, you're being pulled in a direction that away from something that keeps you in like some type of competition, right? Is what I'm hearing and feeling here. And so there's this energy of just kind of no longer having your heads in the clouds. You're working really hard to learn something in order to regain stability, where your finances or mental health is concerned. Let's dive a little bit more into this. Let's get okay, the first deck that we were gonna use, what was I gonna use? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, for pile number 1, angels, use me as a clear channel. What's happening in number 1's life? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. No more playing games, walking away from people who are mentally in your headspace. You're kind of over something with this in reverse. When this is upright, Leo, Sag, Aries energy, it's talking about like having fun with life, finding joy in the game of life, right? But in reverse, it's talking about like wanting, you've had enough, okay, about something. So this, oh yeah. What is it? Like, it could be something, you could be experiencing some type of tower moment, Aries energy. This is all about, look at this card where somebody has jumped out of a building and is very vulnerable. This person in this deck is not wearing any clothes. So you could be recently calling out somebody, or you could have been called out recently, Page of Cups in reverse, by somebody that you had a really big emotional connection with, okay? And let's see, there's some type of boundary that you put up. I feel like looking at this, another boundary. Angels, what is this about? 5 of Pentacles, this is in reverse. 5 of Pentacles, Virgo, Cap, Taurus energy. You feel like you're either leaving somebody out in the cold, or you feel left out in the cold. And so you're going where you can get warmth again, okay? The 5 of Pentacles is that energy of if they're walking outside, and it's as if you turn to the right and you see there's warmth in a window. You can go right into it, but to get warm. However, with this in reverse, there's a situation in your life that has been, it could be romantic. It doesn't have to be, but there's been a tower moment and you're just overplaying the games, which really, when we think about when we threw that dice, there is that avoidance with the headphones of somebody who is like, I'm hearing never cry wolf. And so it could be like you're overhearing the same old. You're exhausted of living the same old, okay? And so you're enspelled by this, you're beguiled by this. And so you're taking time to learn what you need to do to get out of some type of situation. I feel like we need to really dive in to figure out what that situation is. So here's a situation deck. Let's see what we have. Insight to this situation, please, angels, for pile 1. Soulmate. This is with somebody about a connection, okay? This is somebody who has been in a partnership. It could be a soul contract, a life partner. It doesn't, keep in mind, soulmates don't have to be about romantic love. This can be a situation that you're experiencing with a family member. It can be a situation where it's a friendship, somebody that you were connected to in some way emotionally. There's been a tower moment, and now it's kind of like that energy of you're needing a break. You're stepping away, okay? I went to go lift up this deck to pull from it, and July is just on top here. So this July could be significant for somebody. You could be this could be about somebody who is a Cancer in your life, whose birthday is end of June and then through July. Doesn't have to be, but let's get some insight on what the Tower is about, angels. What's this about concerning pile 1? We've got a few cards. Dealings or relationship with a blonde man, gray or white hair. Okay. Next we have Ant, work, achievement, success. This is in reverse. So this could have to do with your work. There is something here about some walking away because somebody's not putting in effort in a connection. It's caused a Tower moment and Owl, good advice from a wise person. And so you are, oh, there's July again. I can't make this up, you guys. Okay. So what I'm getting here is somebody else is walking away from a situation that has caused a Tower moment, and you're going with your intuition. You could have sought out some type of advice, and now you're realizing where a situation is not aligning, and so you're walking away from it in your life. And so there's been some type of a Tower moment. I feel like that still doesn't say exactly what, angels. Give me insight. Stringing along. Okay, so if you feel like somebody's been stringing you along, this is that situation. All right, let's get the T on this situation, angels. Whoa, oh my God. All right, threatening. Somebody's could be threatening you, and it could be having to do with a group. Okay, a card fell. I'm gonna see what this is. Queen rising. You're stepping into your power. This has been coming up in some of my readings here where people are envious of your growth, okay? And so you're coming up into some type of spotlight perhaps, and that could cause, maybe you're getting recognition more than somebody else, and there is some type of envy. And so you either leaving them in the cold, or you feel left in the cold because you are walking away from some type of bullshit, okay? You're tired of feeling threatened. You're tired of being intimidated. There's this energy here of moving forward because your needs aren't being met. And so you just process everything that's happening, communicate what you need to, and take care of your needs because that's necessary to move forward, all right? So I know that was a lot fast, but let's get some oracle guidance for you for pile number 1. Many of you could be having some type of dreams and epiphanies, and they're maybe where they didn't come true. You're starting to realize like signs that you didn't realize before. And so, there's an evaluation process happening here when it comes to you and somebody else that maybe you felt really connected to, okay? The end of a tough cycle is approaching. Full moon in Capricorn. Allow yourself, Capricorn is another earth sign. So get grounded, okay? Allow yourself to move out of something, and because the end of a tough cycle is approaching. If you feel like you're consistently deep in the bullshit, recognize that bullshit is working to end and close out for you. I'm gonna leave it there. Trust your intuition always, you guys. No reader, no therapist. I am a psychologist. No therapist, no reader is ever going to be able to tell you about your situation better than you already know it, okay? So if this felt helpful, give it a like, a subscribe. I appreciate you. Find me on the social media platform if it feels helpful and you want to go deeper into this situation. soulshine1111.com. All right. Thanks, you guys, for being here. All right. Group number 2. Thanks for being here. Again, grain of salt with everything. Take what resonates and leave the rest. At the time of this reading, we are going into the 2-2 portal, and so it's a big deal. 2 is ruled by the moon. And so we're just going to dive. The moon is our subconscious mind, and it is a ruler of Cancer. So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to call in my guides, angels, those above, cleanse this deck. I thank you. First off, I'm going to get the overall energy for you of a situation or just whatever comes out. For number 2, angels, the trickster, deceit, betrayal, and ghoul. 19, something is coming to a close in your life. You could have called somebody out and really are hesitant about who you share your space with. You could be recognized that somebody has been lying to you, and maybe they aren't fully coming clean about that situation, but everything in your headspace is like boom, boom, boom. This isn't right. This isn't right. There's something off about a certain situation. We're going to dive into it. And so you're looking hesitantly towards somebody, okay? Or another way to look at it, because roles can be reversed. Somebody is this way towards you. And keeping in mind, we are always, the outside stuff is always a projection of what's happening inside. So if you don't trust somebody, trust your intuition on everything. No reader, no psychologist, nobody is going to know a situation better than you do. And so 19 in numerology, with this card being a 19, this is 10. There's a conclusion happening in your life because of somebody may not be admitting to you what you are picking up, right? Look at the ear here. You could also not feel heard. It's like if you ever, this is like the energy I'm getting, that if you try to communicate with somebody for some type of truth, it's like you're having extra heightened awareness in a situation, and they keep like gaslighting you, right? To think it's one thing when everything else in your heart space, those green eyes, are telling you like what they're putting down, I'm not going to pick up because I'm not trusting it, right? And so there is some type of betrayal, some type of deceit here. I want to dive into some dice. Let's see what this could be about, angels. We're going to pick these dice. Let's get these dice. Angels for pile number 2. The first one I'm drawn to is a person walking, and it says on number 2 and Tuesday. Tuesday could be super significant to you. Something could happen on Tuesday. The number 2 could be a home address. Maybe it is going to be happening, on the 2nd or in 2 days, or, so there's something happened to you that is with somebody else, okay? Being number 2. This is a person here on the full moon right below 4, trying to reach something. See this? So like that's in alignment with what I was saying is, well, there's a conclusion working to happen, because it's like you're reaching for some type of answer or response, and all you're getting is somebody like playing it off, walking away. 4 talks about, in numerology, alignment. So this is an energy that could be, or a situation in your life that at one point you felt in alignment to be connected to this, whatever it is. And now this next one on Sunday above 10 is right below Aquarius as well. This is in reverse. It's somebody knocking on the door. And so again, the number 10, talking about something could be concluding, and maybe you feel like you're working really hard to hold on to it. Sunday could be significant. With this also being under Aquarius, Aquarius ruling planet is Uranus. It's currently, at the time of this recording, retrograding in the zodiac sign of Taurus. And so you could have created, this is a situation where you were working to create something with somebody, and now with knocking in reverse, there's like a boundary, there's like a close off where this is concerned, and it could feel really unreachable right now. And that's because it's time to walk away from it for some of you. And so if you feel like there's a situation in your life where you have outgrown it, or it's too exhausting and it feels like there's dishonesty happening in it, you may not be super wrong about walking away when this is concerned. I'm going to see what this is about, angels. Let's get some insight with pile number 2. What's this about? Whoa. It could feel like chaos if this is dealing with somebody, a situation or a person, it could feel like constant chaos, because did you see how those cards just totally just came out like that? It's all weird. Okay, you could be offered a invitation to something. The Page of Cups, okay? There could be an age difference between you and somebody in this offering, and you could be hesitant about it because, look, there's a fish in this cup. So this is Hermit next in reverse, Virgo energy, followed with Empress upright, and 3 of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries energy, fire energy. At the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles. You've been working to balance something. Maybe you've been juggling something, and it could be happening in the workspace, okay? I'm saying that, but there is like this waiting game happening. Waiting for somebody to match what you put out, right? Waiting for somebody to communicate to you in a more honest way. This is possibly you're dealing with a person or an energy that is more, there's like a, how do I want to say it? There is different perspectives. It's like you're working to communicate with honesty and nurturance, and you're waiting for them to get honest with themselves or with you about a situation. And you could be having had this situation in and out of your life with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck, but mentally, like, there is a disconnect between you and a person, and you may see this person's worth on a whole different level than they see their worth. And so that disconnect mentally, you could be waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like that statement where we can communicate all we want, but if the comprehension isn't there, it's like it's like a mean trick. Okay, so the bottom, let's get, what is this? What could this be about? Angels, give me insight or clarification on what this could be about. Star, guaranteed success. This is a situation that you fully believed in, okay? And however, you've been waiting on somebody else to meet you where you're meeting them, okay? One more. What's this about, angels? Insight. Okay, we've got Mule. Someone's extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, okay? Yeah, these are 2 different, this is 2 different, you could be you and somebody else who is just like constantly, it's just nothing's adding up. You're not able to, like, you're constantly in this process of working to understand each other, okay? Something just keeps getting missed. Somebody could be really more carefree with their time with Jug. I'm having a hard time communicating right there. So maybe somebody's really good at communication and then somebody else is super stubborn. And so this is getting in the way. Someone working against you behind your back. Rat. This came in the daily reading today, which is February 1st. So check that out for more, if this is, relatable. So if you're looking for some type of validation on whether to trust somebody or not, I think that you just got it, okay? Somebody that you are working to build a nurturing connection with isn't mentally or emotionally able at this time to meet you where you're willing to meet them, okay? And we're all on our own journey, so okay. But there could be extra juggling. It's like the focus, you don't feel like you're getting the focus. Let's get some more insight of what this is, angels. Haunted, memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. So this is somebody dirt digging, looking for dirt on you or vice versa. It's like this constant competition, okay? If this is relatable and you're wondering what situation this is a situation where you are working to explore new experiences, but there's a difficulty. There's a difficulty when it comes down to comprehending what's being communicated, right? And so there's this need to, you're feeling, walk away from something because you just don't trust it, okay? And so somebody who is unhealed, haunted, okay, or, you know, could be really stuck in an old past situation that has caused trauma, like a trauma bond, right? Or maybe this is a situation where you're feeling like you're supposed to work with this person and you're giving so much, but there is an emotional disconnect and therefore some type of competition. And so you are just maybe with Hermit in reverse, been on the fence about moving forward away from whatever this is. And so, you know, you can't control life events, but you can control what you do with them. And it looks like right now there's this, you could be on the fence about moving away from a situation that's not as nurturing as you deserve, okay? Trust your intuition. And so what I want to do now is just oracle guidance for pile number 2, angels. Take time to breathe, okay? Take a step back. Let yourself really just reflect over whatever this could be. And if something's not working for you, or going smoothly in your life, you have that opportunity to recognize that no matter what, life is going to throw challenges. Take a breather today and figure out how to go with the flow versus, you know, staying in a situation that isn't aligning with your integrity, okay? This is about moving forward, and recognize that when you do this and you take that break for you, okay, prosperity is coming for you. That's where I'm going to leave that, you guys, for pile number 2. If this feels like familiar energy, okay, and you want to dive deeper, because these are not going to go very deep today, it's just take too much time, and this is a general reading, then please check out my website, soulshine1111.com, for more information and to schedule a reading more specifically for you. Okay. And thanks for being here. Subscribe and follow if you feel guided. Now we are going to move into pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, angels. What we're gonna do is start out and get your overall energy, figure out what could be happening emotionally or just in any general insight for pile number 3 situation. Pile number 3, angels. We have the Weaver. It's in reverse. So when this card is upright, this is card number 25. So it talks about, in numerology, number 7. There could be, with this in reverse, you could be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be Cancer energy. You also, with 25 number in numerology, number 7, there's an opportunity that you might feel like you missed, okay? Fate, destiny, word is what this card says. If I were to put this upright, okay, there is a darkening. You're starting to close off communication with that throat chakra getting dimmed there, and really putting on this energy of don't fuck with me, right? Look at the spider webs in the corner. And the moths here with wings expanding. Because this is in reverse, you're realizing there's some type of revelation, some type of epiphany or discovery that you've been making, and now. And it could be about yourself, because this, on the day of this recording, we are getting ready to, and although this is timeless, okay, so whenever you found this is exactly the right time, but tomorrow's the 2-2 portal. And the number 2 in numerology talks about, well, it is the subconscious. It rules the moon. And so there's something here that you're working to better understand, okay, about wisdom, okay, about the lessons that you've learned, about the cycles that you've continuously find yourself in. And so there's this sense of urgency to get out of anything that's working to control you, as well as step away from working to control anything else. Like, this is an energy of feeling overwhelmed when something gets too overbearing and heavy. Okay, and so you could be feeling right now that your intuition has been spiking, and you are where you know that even if it feels super out of alignment right now, your life, you're starting to realize, like, that's one thing you're seeing, the pattern and the cycle of when things get really heavy, that's basically when things start aligning. Okay, so there's some type of situation that you're going to be learning about, and I want to dive into this and see what that could be. We're going to drop some dice. Okay, let's drop some dice for pile number 3 insight for pile number 3 angels. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, I think it was pile number 1, you guys. 2 of these same dice popped out. This is I'm being drawn to. It's like you could be really pulling away from people right now, avoiding situations. This wasn't even on the circle here. Like, it fell like in the corner where there's nothing, no words, nothing, but it did fall above listen. And so you could be starting to like pay more attention to situations in your life, people, places, things, the environments where you are. And this is the other one that fell out, and I do think it was pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1 in any way, do watch it. This is somebody crying, and it happened on the full moon between 3 and 4. 3 and 4 could be relevant to you. Maybe somebody, January, March, maybe somebody in your life is a Pisces or was born in March or April with 4. Okay, 4 is the number of alignment. And so because we did talk about this feeling out of alignment right now, there's something working to close. It's like this person crying on the full moon, like something's working to close out for you that I'm being guided to also add 3 plus 4, which is in numerology, another 7 we have, which is this card as well. So there's something here, maybe somebody's blaming you, or there's some type of blame game happening that needs to be concluded. And this energy where this person is crying, it's like, I'm going to say what I said in pile number 1 too. What this meant is like, you've stepped away from people who blame, who, play this victim mentality. It's almost as though on the number 8 between Friday and Saturday could be significant for you, between Libra and Gemini, something that hasn't been balancing out for you. This is somebody with a mask on, looking to like feel a situation out. Okay, so something significant on Friday or Saturday could have happened with a Gemini or Libra, both air energies, working to find balance. Venus rules Libra and Mercury rules Gemini. So you could find that you're in your headspace when it comes to a situation having to do with a connection that has really, really been in your life pretty heavily. Okay. And so, but caused to miss some type of opportunities. Number 7 can also represent our intuition. It can represent luck. And so if you are feeling unlucky right now, you could be right now feeling out a certain situation in order to find balance in that situation. But to do that, you're having to really like distance yourself and listen to that inner part of you, replaying or rehashing situations in your life that this energy here could be closing out. And okay, so hopefully, I don't know, you guys, that's not it's just take what resonates and leave the rest. We're gonna get some tarot to really figure out what this is about for pile 3 angels. Yeah, oh, Page of Cups. So in this deck, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, you could feel really in your headspace emotionally, right? Maybe you are working to overcome a situation that was, and feeling super, I'm hearing restless. This is the energy of when pigs fly. There could be a situation that you don't think that you could ever be in because maybe it's too prosperous emotionally for you. Maybe it's something that you are holding yourself from because of your past heartaches. And when really it's like maybe there's this sense of complacency where change is concerned with the water in the background. And so you're facing that part of you that that makes you feel helpless. How are you, that self-talk, right? This is an illusion of entrapment. Okay, this is an illusion of entrapment because you're holding on to something with the Four of Pentacles that you possibly outgrown. So you're in this process of evaluating not just yourself, but situations in your past in order to put yourself in a space more of willingness to explore new experiences. So at the bottom of the deck here is Justice, Libra energy. And so many of you could be working your way out of some type of court case. Many of you could be doing what you can to acquire certain information when it comes to your past. This energy is looking back at this town, okay, in this deck, holding very closely her pentacles. So there is something here about needing to move forward, stay focused on your own passions and balance those out and start taking action and responsibility towards movement toward what you really want in your life, okay? And so I'm gonna get, what could this have to do with? Angels, stalking, watching, obsessed. It's in reverse. So there is, maybe you've already actually walked away from something that you felt was for you. And so there is this energy of moving away from it. You could also feel, and this is not to be taken lightly, okay, if it resonates, that somebody has been watching you. Somebody has felt really, maybe you felt like somebody is obsessed with you or stalking you in some type of way. And so just really stay extra attentive. This is kind of a creepy card because if it's in reverse, I want you to make sure that you are thinking through, rehashing what you need to, because if this is about security and keeping yourself safe when it comes to the comfortability in your own environment, then you need to do everything possible to make sure that you are safe, okay? And apply the wisdom from your past, okay, to whatever present situation that maybe feels like it's not nurturing you or challenging to you. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, oh, is there some type of blockage? I'm gonna just go played out. Okay, this is in reverse. This, and then ego, her ego getting in the way of a relationship. There's somebody here, thief at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's something here that an offer, okay, you could be, somebody wants you back. Wow. Okay, but you're working to move on. And so the situation, you're getting in your headspace to tell yourself that it's already been played out. But then the ego speaks to you and it's like, no, stay. And the fact of the matter is no. Trust your intuition. If you were feeling guided to move on, there's a reason for that. Go within, okay? Guard yourself in every way that you need when it comes to your emotions and your heart. It doesn't mean, it could feel, this feels like you're going through a darker time. And just, really, if I could do anything to help you understand what to do next, it's like, give thanks for whatever the situations are. Allow yourself to grieve, learn from it. This creeping with an owl there, okay? And if you're looking for some type of validation, I think this came up in one of the other piles too, is like, this is that validation, okay? This is the okay to disconnect from a situation that it's time to move forward from, okay? I'm going to leave you with some oracle guidance. We have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. You're overcoming some type of real emotional situation, and show the world, it's time to dump out the old right here and show the world the real you. There's a full moon. This is full moon in Aquarius. And actually, I think that is the next full moon that we have on the radar. And so this is the world working for you. So you've got to just get out of your own way. There's something trying to be resolved, and it is in your favor.